I'm gonna guess 21.
Yeah,
Oh,
are
I'm
you
a
looking at the logs?
beast. I'm
Speed
not.
trolling?
I swear to God, I'm not
Yeah,
looking
he
at the
was
logs.
6-21.
Holy. All right. He said we're back. He said we're back. All right. So just waiting for them to change. We're gonna be going over to Gully Wash next, eventually.
Yeah,
Um,
and I feel like I don't know, just based on like the play styles, I feel like Gully might be better for straight boys. Just their scouts never really had a huge impact on mid, and scout on Gully theoretically shouldn't have the biggest impact. It's really based on demo and especially soldier bombs. The scouts are just kind of there to back up and deny bombs. So I'm hoping, just for the sake of a better cast, and guessing that straight boys will actually have a better I a better idea of what to do on mid.
yeah, I was taking a look at the second half logs. I know we mentioned the fact that Slicer was getting a lot of better counter Ubers, but he died twice as much as Luddy during that second half, 8-4. Um, and the other thing that really stands out is kind of again the demo damage difference. Gunna's biggest fan doing 230 per minute, Azion only doing about 155. So it seemed that the medic deaths on Slice Stroke side and the little extra damage from Gunnas was able to push Milkies to grab that second half while down one round.
Yeah, and just combined logs are showing up on stream now. Just from looking at it, Melkies are doing the stereotype, not the stereotype, excuse me. They're not feeding the roamer in. Like, yeah, he is going in, but he's not, just going in to see what happens. They're trying to back him up. Riro, on the other hand, is just kind of going in at all times to see what he can do. He is 16-40. That's
It's a
not to
40
say,
burger, maybe
eh,
not the right one you want.
it's not to say he's playing bad, because Riro's been hitting nice shots. His spy plays were good, and he was having some good plays on Soldier. He's just constantly going in.
Yo, you looking at this? You see Big Bang campaign with 25 caps? that's that's
Where?
50
Oh
points
my
for him.
god. 20.
Talk about stat inflation there, but damn, he's got a lot.
Yeah, wait, 25, and the next closest on his team is the medic with 8. That is like, okay, so they're not playing stereotypical roamer, but they are playing like what's the word? Like not aggressive scout. I don't know, like flank scout to a T. He's just sitting on that cap no matter what happens. My
Yeah, he
God.
almost as many caps as he did kills. He had 29 frags, 25 cap points. So
My
that's
God.
living the scout stat line dream. Um, as far as the TV is concerned, we are now over onto Gully Wash. Like you were saying, this map should favor, at least it should be a little better for Straight Boys and Denial as far as the mids are concerned. A lot more compact. Riro can do some fancy jumper things. And just in general, I just felt like the open style of the mid on process was what led to Milky's just absolutely crushing them in terms of mids.
Yeah. The thing about Gully Wash is it can really lend itself well to a team that wants to do a fast mid. Like, if you want to get onto a team quick, you can do it within the 2 seconds of Gully Wash. And with the way that especially Rero, somewhat Protein, and the rest of their team are playing, I feel like it's in the realm of possibility that they'll have these mids a little more figured out. Now, I don't know that for sure. It's definitely not that simple as throw everyone in and hope it works. But it definitely can't hurt.
Yeah, and on the other hand, something else of note is again pretty much the demo damage difference in those two halves of process. Like I feel like on a mid like Gully Wash, 80 damage that could like pretty much make or break it depending on where that damage is distributed. So we're gonna see if I guess if Azion can I guess catch up to the damage output that Gunna's biggest fan is doing here.
Yeah. It could go either way. Depending on how fast this game is and how back and forth it is.
Yeah.
Gully Wash is one of those maps where a lot of classes will do stupidly low DPM just because it's a lot of waiting around for sacks. You know, it's not open as much as process was. Spamming isn't as easy, and a lot of demo on this map can come down to just you know, watching shutters, holding chokes. So
Blue soldiers wanting to bring our attention to
these
their
COVID safe.
cosmetics. Yeah, they are wearing face masks, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's got 2 face masks. He's all set.
But all right, we got Milkies readied up. They are ready to go. They want to close it out here. Obviously, up 1-0. It's best of 3. Don't want to go to Sunshine, as we are getting the fake ready until the real ready. Nice classic 1-2 combo there, frame perfect. As we are gonna go live, people wanted the reroll cam. I'm not sure if our cameraman is gonna give it to us, but I will watch the reroll. Looks like he's going big door, not his choke. Wonder if he'll do the fancy jump here. No, just gonna do a high bomb off the right wall, land on his own side. Now the blue soldiers have bombed forward kind of aggressively as well. Hard to say who has the lead here on this mid so far, but now this red soldier flies in. Rero gets Luddy. First pick is the medic. But then the rest of his team collapsing, and all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, it's a 2v2, make it a 2v1. Just BBC, and he is nowhere to be found. Nope, he's dead. He's in the respawn timer. 2 scouts alive.
That's what I was talking about. It really, if you want to get on a team on Gully Wash, it's much easier. You just move like 5 feet and you're on top of them, as opposed to Process, which is giant mid. So that, you know, they did lose their medic, which makes it a little bit hard. This man's already on NG.
Interesting.
Did they forget that Slice Rope died?
Or they just want to have the gun. Maybe he's about to big brain and bring it out to sec. Oh, and he switched off. Okay, so probably just a mistake there. Just thinking that the Ubers were not in their favor when they are in fact even. As we see a scout go down on the flank. BBC hits him with a lol in chat. Not sure. Maybe
that was. I think that's because he was on Engineer.
Admitting his little mistake there on Engineer. In any case, blue team like aggressive in big door, and now here comes the soldier bomb. Protein trying to shut it down, and yeah, he will. Well, at least he gets the kill. I'm sorry. Ooh, and we have the double banner strat here from the soldiers on red, battalions on one, and buff banner on the other. So they're just gonna bam away, try and build it up. We're going to see a really, really interesting, I guess, push afterwards once these banners come up, because that's going to be a huge difference maker with just the damage as the sickies are getting clear. Choke, reroll, not getting blind debt. But we're going to have a little bit of a longer stalemate, prolonged stalemate, as these soldiers on red team just trying to spam away, build up those packs, and then we'll see what they decide to do from there.
Yeah, the battalions especially. I'm not a huge fan of buff banner, but paired with the battalions, oh yeah. Banners on Gully Wash are really good just because it's such a spam heavy map, and no point is really that big. You can cover ground easily. So you know, if you have a buff banner, you're on top of them as soon as you pop through the choke. If you have battalions, you can walk through that choke with a little less fear of the spam that you're going to be running into.
Right. So, we're just gonna be waiting for a little bit longer here. I don't have the thing where it shows how much of their banners are actually built. So one banner is full. We're waiting on the second one. I guess they want both their backpacks at the ready before they do anything involving an Uber or a fight. Blue team again posting. Well, they were kind of aggressive in big door. No, they're just backing off.
Rear's getting a lot of free damage for his banner. They're not giving Leasty anything. Like, the demo is peeking him once in a while, but he has to really commit for some spam.
Yeah, and now a little bit of a soldier trade. That'll be good for the backpack. Now he's going to peek choke a little bit. But, I mean, you know, he's just 330 health. He's just trying to build that backpack up, and eventually
he should have it now, or should be about to get it.
All right, so what are Straight Boys and Denal going to do? Maybe just an Uber trade through the choke, or just bait players into big door and then just push off of the double backpack and the Uber. They are just kind of just chilling on middle right now. Not really a lot of action anywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of you have a lot of options to what you can do with this. My personal favorite is Uber trade in, make them use, and then go back in with both banners plus your heals.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
That seems to be their idea, considering they're. Oh, maybe not. They're going big door.
They're taking their time, if nothing else, as they are finally putting both soldiers with heals in big door. Again, not really sure what they're looking for here. Maybe trying to bait Milkies into pushing into them with an Uber. In fact, never mind. There comes the pup. They get the demo, so this is going to be a root start.
Oh, here
now
we
the
go.
Trumpets are calling, are in.
And they're just gone.
And red.
That
and
scout's
Blue
going to
Team is,
die. I don't know if
out.
they're going to get anything else for it.
They should get a soldier in big door as well. At least he's on the case.
Yeah, he's just
trying to jump away. I mean, he will stay alive for a little bit longer. Riro does die on the ring at last, so that's one of their backpacks gone. So, I mean, the backpacks didn't really even come into play. They killed the demo with their Uber, and not even with backpack. Although they're gonna. Oh, Slice Rogue dies there.
Yeah, he got crunched by both soldiers. Yeah, banners really didn't come into play. It didn't hurt, but I think they would have won that fight regardless, because as those banners were getting blown, half the people on MILKIES were already in lobby or back in river.
Yeah, and now lose a scout as well. This is going to be 50% advantage for Luddy. Riro is in the spot on second, hiding above the heaven area, right above the shutter at the top right. We're going to see if he can maybe land a sink or just potentially even go for a back cap. This soldier has no idea. They have not checked this spot at all. He's going to land right on top of Luddy. Was looking for it, and Luddy dies.
Yeah, it wasn't Uber, but it was close. Scarfs dies too. And Messiah, they figured him out.
There's still cap presence on last. Just Slice Rogue and his soldier on second. There is a spy on the field. He could just go for the sneaky last cap. It's already half gone. He's decloaked. They have no idea he's there, and he's just going to get it.
Scarfs was in spawn on Pyro. Just in the spawn, not sure what to do on Pyro, while Spy just capped spawn. Alright, well.
So there we go. Straight Boys in Denial. Up 1-0. A little bit of an extended ground, the backpack play, but here we go on another mid. Why don't you take it away, Unicorn?
Riro's actually put some pressure on the demo this time. Nothing too crazy. Asiana's already pretty hurt, and Asiana's hurt. His soldiers are both dead. You know, people on Boo are pretty hurt, but
this mid's over. They're just gone. Slice Rogue's already climbing second with his scout and the demo. So okay, Red won the last mid, so you know it's not the same story as process so far. We're even on the mid, but I mean that was.
They're gonna have to give up second too. They were down 3. But yeah, Azion took a lot of spam damage, and then one of his scouts ate his arrow, so he had no presence on the mid. And while that was happening, his soldiers both went in and got a good damage. But because Azion and the scouts weren't there to really clean it up that well, nothing happened. It is even Ubers, you know, and they're running NG and Sniper.
Yep, Messiah has a set line on the river. The NG is just level 1. Protein is building away. As we see some spam get traded. One of the soldiers on blue is down really, really low. The aggressive peek from the red soldier there. Is he on backpack still?
They're on the same banner.
Yeah, they're still on banners.
They're both on backup.
Okay, so maybe a little bit of like a recycle play. You pop one, you reset, and then you pop the other one.
Yeah, because I don't think they stack. I know the different banners, you can use both their effects, obviously, but I don't think... Maybe they do.
Yes, we will find out if they do the double backpack play. As it stands right now, still just even Uber situation. MILKIES trying to break this stalemate. They're going to start off by sending a soldier straight to the point, and just a solo sack it looks like. The thing is, like, both the soldiers are on backpacks, so they're not going to really counter. As Ro team grabs a achievement as well, so I mean, just red team just really outperforming blue in the achievement earning department here.
Yeah, I mean, that's all that matters, really. They're pressuring, but they're not sacking, which I think is okay.
Well, yeah, both their soldiers are on backpack. They can't afford to just die and then.
Well, yeah, exactly.
All that effort to waste.
a lot of the times sacking out of Gully Wash last isn't the greatest, especially if the team that the other team is ready for.
I
As
heard
I
a
say
horn.
that,
As they walk
it's
into
just on the medic.
lobby. Oh, and they didn't check
Sliced
the
rogue.
stickies by
Sliced rogue.
Gunna's biggest fan gets the drop. I mean, Milkies did use up their Uber, so there are no heals on the side of red. They're gonna still try and get in. Pressure on the cap.
That's the
The
round.
level 3 is still alive, but it's not watching the point though. So if they sneak in through water, Bro team just that gun stay alive for
Let's
so
go, Bro team.
long. As
Get on the point.
oh, I was gonna say I thought I bought enough time, just enough time for his respawners to come back in. Not when Milkies just play the point. We are tied up 1-1.
Yeah, that was close. If if they were a second later, I think they would have held that. But they played it well.
Yeah, that drop rail just swung everything for blue team there. So big play from the demo man. As we are taking over another middle. I mean,
Slicerogue's behind. He went there big door.
Rero is also very far behind. As he's
Goodbye,
gonna watch
Slice
two
Rogue.
of his teammates die, including his med. Now here comes Rero flanking in through choke, trying to hit rockets. He actually gets one, just a scout. Azion's on the floor, really hurt. Actually, they scattered enough for Protein to sneak in and kill the medic, so he salvages the situation there. Milkies will win mid, and they'll probably try and get onto second, since Slice Rogue is still the only player alive. But,
Yeah.
it will be an even Uber situation here, or just about.
Reaper really likes going behind, and that's fine, but Milkies are doing a really good job of when there's someone behind, just push forward, because it's a 5v6 at that point. And there is a soldier trade in River, but, that was high bomb coming out, and at least he just immediately melts. They do kill Scars for it, so it's still 4v4, but they are down their soldiers, which can hurt.
Yeah, neither team refusing to blink first here, but the cap time being placed on second should spell the end of this little stand contest here. Red team had the right idea of trying to deny the point, which they did for a little good bit, but once their soldiers died, as we see Scarfs on Spy, so trying to put his best Rero impression, we're going to have Milky's cap up second, and now it's all on Scarfs to make a big play.
Yeah, and let's do a watch they're on. They are full default Spy. Interesting.
Decloaking in water. So, and there's a pyro. I hear the pyro. He's actually just going to go right to the point with his soldier. Oh my goodness. Tried to do the little dipsy doodle, bomb point, and then fake bomb to the point, go right on top of the medic. Unfortunately, didn't work out. Rero's going to go die.
He got
the
the
counter
force.
sack, and he actually got the force out, so really nicely done from him. And now the soldier just gets crunched by the gun and the pipes. There is a very sneaky trap up in Heaven's side. I don't know if Red is even pushing up. The scout spots it.
Okay. If the scout didn't see that, Slicerogue would have dropped that because he's walking over right now.
Yep.
But no back cap, I don't think. Well, there was one guy going for back cap, and Azion immediately shuts that down. So they're going to get second relatively free. They have a 60% Uber ad. This is looking pretty good for Straight Boys. They don't need to rush, but they can't afford to just sit around because it's already only a 40% ad now.
Yep, the longer they take, Milkies will inch closer towards that Uber, but they are already super far back out of their choke, so it looks like they will give up mid, but they will get Uber to hold second here unless Red Team goes super fast, and considering they're stacking, it doesn't look like that's the case. There is another banner, at least for one soldier. Only one soldier is on the banner, just Leasty on the battalions. So now, Rero's going in through the choke. He's trying to get on top of Luddy. He hits a good first rocket, but only just gets cleaned up too quickly. And there's his sack. DJ Scatman trying to get through the big door, tried to do the skip jump. Unfortunately, actually it was a bait for the soldier, his other soldier, to get in and kills a scout. And I'm not exactly sure what the team's trying to do here. Here comes this blue Uber. The trades are getting popped off. And this banner is going to be coming into effect very soon. Actually, they might not even need it. 2 soldiers down on blue. Red team looks like they're going to take the rotation over to big door with pretty much all of their players. The trumpet is sounded. They're just going to walk forward, and they're going to try and get on top of these players in river, but blue team has managed to scurry away, except for Scarfs. But, losing one player is not the end of the world. It is still pretty much even Ubers.
Yeah, nothing, super crazy right now. There's a gun, Ubers are about even, so we're probably just gonna see some sacks, maybe a cheeky, scout on the point.
And yeah, so again, red team electing to pull out the backpacks. I mean, they really haven't done much for now. It seems blue has just been scattering really, really well once they hear the horn.